you heard about Black Twitter? If you haven't, press pause and take your DeLorean back to 2006, when Jack Dorsey and his cohorts created a social network where people from around the world, save for Iran, China, and North Korea, could share news, ideas, and help white boys from Reno get free chicken nuggets. 140 characters at a time. 3 years into the Twitter experiment, #That'sAfrican became a trending topic and a point of contention. Was it an insult or an inside joke? And just who was doing the laughing? The #That'sAfrican debate became a turning point for Black Twitter. A conversation started and a community coalesced. Nearly a decade later, Black Twitter isn't a site to visit, it's a state of mind to inhabit.
It is fluid enough to be a space for fun, to be a space for revolution and movement. And I mean, when you do both of that, you're really taking the medium of Twitter and using it in a really powerful way.
And the phenomenon pushing past definition into scholarship.
I wonder why in this day and age, as we sit here now, Twitter is something worthy of study, and furthermore, Black Twitter as its own special phenomenon.
Specifically with Black Twitter, unlike with Black media in the past and even Black centers of conversation, be they churches, mosques, the hair salon, the barber shop, the street corner, Twitter offers an opportunity for people to listen in, to be part of the conversation, and to learn from the conversation in ways that they couldn't before. So instead of having to go out and pick up an Essence magazine to find out what Black women were interested in, or instead of having to search for the Black Weekly in your neighborhood, you can see the conversation unfolding right in front of you.
There's a certain intensity to this community. There's a freedom with language. There's an interesting sort of discussion in public of things that are not normally discussed in public.
Kitchen table talk.
Yes, the N-word is used a certain way. Certain perspectives about white people are aired in a way that may be shocking to white people because these are inside conversations that suddenly we're having outside.
Okay, so doctor, we've been asking people, what is Black Twitter? You took it a step further and said, who is Black Twitter?
So initially, I conceptualized Black Twitter as a series of networks of Black people using social media technology to communicate about issues of concern to Black communities. You can look at the reporting on Botham Jean in Dallas and his shooting, and then the character assassination that took place after that. You have mainstream media putting out one narrative about this young man. And then you have Black Twitter that is in real time able to contradict this narrative, able to offer up pieces of history about the Dallas Police Department, about this young man himself, about the community that he came from. And so they're presenting this working counter narrative at the very same time to make sure that this young man is not slandered in his death, that he is not blamed for his death. And that's what Black Twitter is. It is a source of digital counter-narrative where Black narratives are concerned.
The Trayvon Martin story was not covered by the New York Times the first, I believe, 2 weeks that he was dead. Black Twitter was on it, hardcore. I'd be like, yo, I'm going on MSNBC with Tamron Hall to talk about such and such, and I'd get deluged, like, talk about Trayvon Martin, don't talk about anything else, like, interrupt the conversation, talk about Trayvon. And just sort of the discussion around all these sort of people, Rekia Boyd, Michael Brown, others, has been super amplified by Black Twitter.
What about this notion of the sort of Black Twitter CSI? If there is someone who did something that anyone in the nation finds offensive, we're gonna go and find where they live, where they work, who they are, and put them on blast.
Black Twitter and various allies have been, definitely calling out certain people, Permit Patty, Barbecue Becky, blowing up videos, making them look foolish. It's definitely been a powerful way of shaming people when there was a mass sense that somebody should be shamed. And, part of the power is in the numbers, right? I mean, like, one big tweet might make some difference, but when it's amplified and then when it's tagged onto lots of people saying similar things, agreeing, and the idea is spreading, that is really powerful.
From hashtags that reframe the world to memes that make you wonder who has the time, Black Twitter is a thing. And we're here for it.